Welcome to Baseball Money is Fake, a fantasy baseball podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. I am Blake Meyer, and we got a special episode for y'all tonight that are here in the live, but it's going to be just as good for those of you listening on the podcast stream tomorrow. If you've been with us for a minute, we did some best ball drafts before the season. They were probably some of my favorite episodes we have recorded since we started this in these 90 episodes. But here is my man, Ryan Gilbert. As always, how you doing, Ryan?
Yeah, I'm just wanted to speed it up there. We're up pick 7 here. We're up pick 7. We entered the draft. We're like, you know what? When it starts, and we'll start the podcast and whatnot. But yeah, I'm doing good. I've done 2 of these so far. I've taken 2 different strategies, so we'll see how this goes with pick 7.
Yeah, a little best ball going. We got the best ball second half over on Underdog Fantasy, a very gracious sponsor.
The 7th inning stretch is the official name of it.
There we go. The 7th inning, about to whoop some ass. So I mean, let's talk a little strategy going into these. I know we did these before the season. So with our first pick, you said we got pick 7. What kind of person are you targeting at number 7?
Yeah, I mean, you want outfield first if you can get it. I think pick 5 I had in my first draft. That's kind of ideal because there's those top 5 outfielders, and those are gone now, and we're up next. So it's going to be Freeman or Strider, really. I don't mind taking Strider here. I think it's a bit of a off the board thing to take pitching first, but I don't know. I don't know if I trust like Carroll or J-Rod as like a stud outfielder.
I don't know if I trust. I don't trust J-Rod. I'm iffy about Corbin Carroll, but we don't even got to think about it because Corbin Carroll is off
gone.
The board.
We got 20 seconds. Infield.
I think I'm with you.
Infield.
I think I'm with you on Strider.
I'm going Strider.
Yeah.
He has 740.
I think I'm with you on Strider.
So let's go here.
Our team deserves a mustache of that caliber.
Yes. Maybe we just go completely off the rails here and go all mustache team.
Stop it, because I will do that. Do you see the new Mariners rookie that they called up? Forgive me because I do not remember his name off the top of my head at the moment.
Coming up here in a little bit, we might have a chance to. I don't know where Elly De La Cruz's ADP is. I don't know if you want to talk about him while we still have a chance to draft him.
Okay, so I saw earlier. I was watching a little Sports Center while I was at the dentist because they're cool as shit. And they were talking about how Elly De La Cruz is the first player since 1900 to, in his first 25 games, score 20 runs, have 10 extra base hits, and steal 10 plus bases in their first 25 games. So pretty incredible, if you ask me. I know we mentioned how we want to talk about whether or not you should trade Elly De La Cruz moving forward. That has been kind of a hot button topic in the fantasy baseball world. But what'd you say his ADP was in best ball? Was it like 18?
22 here. We have pick 18 and he is 22.
Okay. Oh man, that's tough. I think he's worth it because I think he's going to have a crazy second half. And I know there's a lot of people that are like, oh, he's going to cool off. I don't like the strikeout rate. I mean, we've talked about his strikeout rate quite a bit on here. It's one of those things where he's a switch hitter, which is awesome. The strikeout rate is higher from the right side of the plate. So whenever he's facing lefties, but this is a righty dominant world and a righty dominant league. So he does take the majority of his at bats from the left hand side of the plate. And he's a lot better from that side, and the strikeout rate is a lot lower. So it is what it is with the strikeout rate, but it's just hard to deny somebody that's got that much power, that much speed, and is playing.
We're up again here. 20 seconds left. I think we got to go Adolis Garcia here. Got to get an outfielder early. Because I went back-to-back aces in my draft earlier, and I feel like it wasn't really the move. So I want to get. I'll take Garcia over Harper here.
I'm down for.
I might regret it, but I think you can't go wrong with Garcia.
The dude just hits tanks. Got 22 home runs so far this year. Texas puts up a ton of runs, so it's hard to overlook somebody that's hitting in the heart of that lineup consistently. And he's proved it last year. He's like a 30-20 guy. He might even be higher than that this year. He's probably a 40-20 guy this year with the pace that he's on. So good call, snagging that. I think our strategy for this is we're going to go outfield heavy because outfield is very thin, which it was coming into the year. Infield is kind of stacked. And then we'll kind of pick some pitchers up along the way when we can get some good value.
Yeah, but I mean, Elly De La Cruz is. I don't think he's worth as much as he's being hyped, so I would look to trade him in some places. But it really depends on your league because someone could be really high on him, and then it depends on how they view it. So feel it out. Like someone could think he's the next Tatis and just go off for him.
Yeah, for me, I own him in both of my home leagues, and so I put him up for trade today only to see what kind of offers I can get. I don't plan to trade Elly because I think he is valuable enough that he should, if you were lucky enough to get him, you should just be keeping him for the rest of the year. But he is also approaching that level of so good where he's so good, he's almost worth more to you as a trade option to somebody else, depending on what they'll give you. Because if you can get, like, I'm just going to throw random names out there. If somebody offers you Fernando Tatis and Kevin Gossman for Elly De La Cruz, you fucking take that. Would anybody ever offer that? Probably not, but there's some crazier trades out there. Like if you're getting those level of players, all of a sudden Elly becomes more valuable on that other person's roster than he is to you because you fill out more of your roster and you upgrade more of your roster and your team just becomes better. But outside of that, I think Elly's worth keeping because he is just that good. We had Eric Cross from Now with Rotoballer on one of our earlier episodes, and we actually talked about Elly De La Cruz. I think that was last September. And he said that for him, the biggest comp for Elly De La Cruz at the end of last year was prime Alfonso Soriano, like 40-40 Alfonso Soriano, and that does not seem that far-fetched right now.
Yeah, I mean he just keeps hitting it. He keeps surprising. I mean, today he has not been hitting well against left-handers, and he got a few hits. So that's good to see him continue to progress. Also continue to progress. Gunnar Henderson, I think, had 2 home runs tonight, so he's been on a tear after we talked about should the Orioles think about sending him down? Like if he was on the Cardinals, like Jordan Walker, he might be sent down.
Yeah, I really thought he was because he's somebody that never really has the ability to hit lefties. Like he's just not good at hitting lefties, never has been. And then all of a sudden tonight for the Orioles, he's hitting leadoff, and he's 4 for 4 right now with 5 RBIs. Just absurd.
Against
a lot
Yankees,
of the young
right?
guys on that team are showing. Yeah, against the Yankees, they started Severino tonight and kind of ate him alive. So
love to see it.
Oh, of course we fucking love to see it. What else we would love to see is an excellent pick coming up right here. It looks like the top of the list is a lot of infielders.
A lot of infielders.
You know who I Zach Gallen right there though.
Zach Gallen, you want to get another ace? Coming off 12 strikeouts.
I mean, he's the real deal. I think this is good value for him. I think we're at the 3rd round. I think 3rd round's good value for Zach Gallen.
I'm in. I'll go Zach Gallen. Go with get 2 aces early.
I like that a lot.
Outfield shallow, but like I feel like now we go like 2 or 3, possibly at least 2 out of the next 3 outfield, possibly 3 out of the next 3 just to shore it up and then just like spam infielders to fill them out.
I like that a lot. And would you consider stacking at all in these best ball drafts, or are you anti-stacking?
No, stacking is important. You need to stack. You need to have at least probably 2 different teams stacked with possibly 2 or 3 hitters if you can. Like if you're between 2 hitters and like one of them you have one of his teammates, especially if it's close in the lineup, I'd go for it. Like I've been surprisingly stacking Phillies in my first draft. Schwarber has fallen to me a few times. I got Castellanos. So they've been my primary stack.
And if I remember correctly, in these best ball formats, there's no negative for strikeouts, right?
There is not.
It's like 10 points for a home run, and then
we're 3 picks away, and then I'll show the scoring here.
To me, I clicked the wrong button on my end. There we go.
We got McClanahan, Mullins, Castillo, Snell. Castellanos is there for me. George Springer.
I'm down for Michael Harris too. Michael Harris has been hot. So we were just talking about Michael Harris earlier today. Do you want to go your Philly? You want to go Castellanos? Think he keeps it up?
I think he does, but I don't know if I want to have him on all three of my teams. So we might need to. But if Springer's gone, I'm taking him. I think.
Okay, I like that. So it's between Castellanos and Springer. I like that. I'm not. So I don't know how I feel about Michael Harris. I have him in a bunch of leagues. I was down on him coming into the year, and then he started out really slow. But then he's hitting like 373 over the last 30 days with 7 home runs and 6
problem
stolen
with him
bases, which is
he
amazing.
hits low in that order too. All right, Springer's gone.
Yeah,
You can look at the outfielders here after Castellanos is Harris, Reynolds, Nimmo, Soler, Santander. So I want to get Castellanos just to have
I like
two
it.
really solid outfielders.
I like it a lot.
So pick him up.
Put him on the board.
Yeah, we are 12 picks away. We can view the scoring now if you're watching
What
on
we
YouTube.
got here? 30 grand. That'd be fucking nice.
Of our so a hitter, a singles 3, doubles 6, triples 8, home run is 10, walk and hit by pitcher each 3, RBIs and runs are both 2, and a stolen base is 4. So
I love it.
No negative for strikeouts there. And then pitcher is 5 for a win, 5 for a quality start, 3 per strikeout, 3 per inning pitched, and -3 per earned run.
Oh, I like our pitchers that we went with then a lot.
Yeah, I forgot it was 5 win, 5 quality starts. So that is important to get good pitchers on good teams. And
talking about stacking,
speaking about some good things here, make sure you check out Circa Sports. Circa Millions and Circa Survivor are back. 14 millions in guaranteed prizes are up for grabs. Circa Million is 5 NFL picks against a spread each week, while the Survivor contest is just picking a winner every week and survive in advance. Enter in Vegas, but you can play from anywhere. Sports Gambling Podcast will be out there the last weekend in August if you want to hang out with the guys. So go to circasports.com for all the details. That's circasports.com.
So would you ever stack mustaches? Do you think that's a legitimate strategy in this thing?
It might be. Do we have
That's a real question.
Do we have Kopech coming up? We can stack Strider Kopech.
Ooh. Throw Andrew Chafin on the board too. Okay,
Someone
so what do we got
here?
So far, we got
with our next pick. We're 4 away. I want Brian Reynolds. I think Brian Reynolds is significantly underrated. I think he's like the last out of these guys that I would trust. Like after that,
I like that
podcast
as well.
listeners, Soler, Santander, Buxton, Martinez, Lane Thomas. Like Lane Thomas has been good, but can you count on Lane Thomas? Can you?
No, over on our Substack at fakebaseball.substack.com on my last buy now or buy low, sell now, or stay put article, I had Lane Thomas as a
Reynolds just got taken. So
of course he did. Who else we got here?
India or Bregman for infield. We can go Joe Ryan if we want to get a third ace. Corbin Burns.
Dang, do we think Corbin Burns has a good second half?
I don't know. We got 10 seconds to decide, though.
Joe Ryan or Corbin Burns?
I'll go Corbin Burns. It's just
YOLO.
I feel like he has more of a track record, but Joe Ryan does have more upside, which is maybe what we should be going for in best ball.
I can't see the player pool though. I can only see the draft board.
Oh yes, I've been going back and forth on the tabs here. So here's our roster on the side. We got 3 pitchers, 2 outfielders. Probably need an infield next.
Yeah, I think it's time.
It's infield or get that third outfielder, but I think maybe we just go a few like high upside outfielders and get 5 or 6. Because you play the best 3 outfielders, 3 infielders, 3 pitchers, and then 1 util batter. So
okay. Man, if Jonathan India could stay there, I know he won't, but that would be a nice little snag.
Yeah.
How are we looking on infield?
We don't have any yet.
I mean best available.
There you go. We got Altuve, India, Arenado. I think Arenado is way too low. Josh Young, Andy Diaz, Matt Chapman, Nathaniel Lowe. I think Arenado might be our target if India's gone.
I like Arenado. Or is there somebody there that's got a little speed too? Because I did like that they had you got like what 6 points for a stolen base. So if we can find somebody like I know Altuve has some
How long is
speed, but
Altuve
I'm
out
nervous
for?
because I don't know because it's a lingering oblique issue at this point. This is twice
Yeah,
now in the recent future, and that's not a good injury to have.
there's not really anyone
Spencer
with
Spencer
much
Steers
speed
got a
there.
little. That seems very low for Gunnar Henderson, actually, with what the tear he's been on.
Yeah, he's been hot. I guess people don't think he can keep it up. India might be there.
India, I'm see India's got a little speed too. I'm down for India or Arenado if India's gone.
India is there. Yeah, let's go India here. There he is.
Yeah, I like the not a crazy average. He's probably gonna hit like 260 for the season, but
Yeah,
he's showing 20 to 25 home run upside again, which he had in his rookie year. And he's already got what, like 13 stolen bases, I think, or 12 stolen bases. So he could steal 20 this season as well or more. And that team is hot, so he's going to score a bunch of runs. I like that play a lot.
yeah.
This
And Arenado, I feel like if the Cardinals just are out of it in the second half and he gets like this nagging injury, he could just shut it down. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. Although I think did he hit a home run today? I think it was.
I
Little
think so.
dinger.
I mean, the Cardinals are going to come back somehow. They always do.
Always do. Mariners are up 3-0 right now. For those of you in the live, Eugenio
Nice.
Suarez with the good vibes only 2-run dinger, and JP Crawford hit a fucking home run. JP Crawford was on my Fantasy Pros waiver wire article last week. Never thought I would add him to an article because I don't like him all that much, but he
Yeah.
has been
How is
too
he
hot
hitting
lately
well?
to not pay attention to.
I saw he's been good.
I don't know. He did the same thing to start last year. Like through April, he was like a top 10 player in baseball or something like that. And then he just cooled off throughout the rest of the year. Now, all of a sudden, in the middle of the year, he's actually heating up. He's got a solid batting average. He doesn't have a ton of pop, but I think he's hit 4 or 5 home runs in the last month, which is pretty big for him. And he's batting leadoff. And the Mariners might suck, but they're playing a lot better lately. And when you're batting leadoff in a lineup that's starting to heat up, that's a pretty dangerous thing. So, there is some value there for JP Crawford, especially the man's got a pretty fucking sweet swing. Like his home run swing. It's very Jazz Chisholm-esque kind of when he like really gets a hold of one.
Classic home run hitter, Jazz Chisholm.
Yeah, you love
Speaking
to
of
see
that
it.
hot
Have you seen
lineup,
Jazz Chisholm's tattoos? Oh,
some of
what's
them,
up?
yeah.
Oh,
Speaking of
Teoscar.
that lineup, Teoscar, I feel like he's below Lane Thomas, Yoshida, and Ian Happ for outfielders. I kind of like Yoshida,
You know
but
what? I think that's way too
Teoscar.
low.
All right, we are up.
Teoscar is somebody
I might
that
go.
heats up throughout the course of the year, so I'm leaving that to you.
Yeah, let's go Teoscar. I'm down. I'm hoping we can somehow get both, but that's a pretty solid outfield there. Garcia, Castellanos, and Hernandez if they're all playing up to the potential.
And if Yoshida happens to be gone, I don't hate the Spencer Steer pick either. Stack him with India.
Ooh,
He's
yes.
been playing really well. He's showing that power that we kind of hoped he had when he was in the minors, and he's actually stole some bases this year. I think he's approaching double digits if he hasn't hit double digit steals already. He's getting up there. They're letting him free on the base pass, so it's sneaky good pick. The batting average is there as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Eloy is also still on the board. Eloy's really heating up lately.
Yeah, that seems low for him too. Verdugo, I think, is undervalued.
I think so too. I got offered that trade for Elly earlier, and I thought it was fucking ridiculous. And I sent it to you, and then I looked at Alex Verdugo, and he's averaging almost 3 points per game in ESPN standard scoring, which is very high, and that surprised me. I know I'm supposed to pay attention to like everybody because we're fantasy baseball analysts, and that's our job. But I will admit I have not paid attention to Alex Verdugo because I thought he was a fucking boring baseball player, and I didn't expect him to do any of that. So good on him.
Yeah, good on him for. I think he's an all-star this year. So good on him for he was like kind of written off in Los Angeles, traded in Mookie Betts trade, I think, and then he's been good this year. So good for him. 3 picks
Man,
away.
I'm
Arias is
so
there.
torn because
Steer is there. Steer is 800 points already. Arias only has 700. Muncie has 622. Verdugo has 700.
how's Gunner looking? Because Gunner's still there too, which is wild.
I think Gunner's going to fall. I think Gunner.
Think he's gonna fall more?
I'm down for Steer here.
I like it. I like it a lot. 9 stolen
I,
bases. I knew I was
can,
right on with that.
can he keep it up? Is the question.
I think he can because this was his upside. So like this isn't that crazy for Steer.
Steer or bullshit? It's a new segment coming up on Baseball is Fake.
We love our new segments around here. I think he keeps it up. And he's got the Great American Ballpark Advantage, which we fucking love. And the Jonathan India stack. The
Yeah, I'll
as
take the
we
red
cheer him on
stack.
down the stretch.
We're putting some eggs in the Reds basket here. I'll take it here.
Baseball
And
money is Reds fans.
yeah, make sure this is our Underdog live 7th inning stretch draft here. Make sure you check out Underdog Fantasy. We're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. We also have Best Ball Mania 4 for fantasy football fans. Underdog Fantasy is giving away $15 million in prizes. Also get down on some favorite MLB and NFL season player props. So head over to underdogfantasy.com and use promo code SGPN for a 100% deposit bonus up to $100. That's underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
All right. How many picks we got till ours?
We got 9 till ours.
9 picks. All right. So I know on the Baseball Money is Fake Substack. Again, fakebaseball.substack.com. Ryan, you did just put out a nice little deep pitching sleepers article for Friday. Who was your favorite, like, very low rostered pitcher for tomorrow?
I already forget. Austin Gomber was one of them. Rockies. He's in San Francisco, obviously a good ballpark, and he's been good recently. 2 good starts against good teams, both at home. Cole Irvin of the Orioles is my other one. He's shown flashes throughout his career with the Phillies and the A's. He just beat the Twins, 5 innings, one run allowed on 6 hits. So hopefully you can keep that going. And then I don't want to give the whole article's on the Substack, but Daniel Lynch too. There's some more reasoning in there. Go subscribe. You just got a free article there.
Yes, you did. We put a lot of stuff out over there, so make sure you go check that out. Again, fakebaseball.substack.com. Make sure you leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast platform you listen to as well.
Yeah, for that, I wasn't sure what low percentage I was going to, but I found all 3 of them were under 5% rostered. I was like, all right, let's go 95% available.
That's perfect. It means they're all like 1% rostered on ESPN. All right, who we got available right now?
All right,
all I'm seeing is the draft board
back here. 3 picks away. Arias still there. Ruiz on the IL, right? He's dealing with something.
Yeah, he's dealing with something.
Yeah,
Nico Horner's sneaky pick. Brandon Woodruff could be a sneaky pick as well because he's about to come back. But it's just how good will he be in the second half?
I want to get an infielder here. Hopefully.
Infielder? I like it.
Hopefully Arias drops, I guess. Will Smith's been good, though.
He has. You know what? So the best available are Luis Arias, Nico Horner, or Will Smith. I love all 3 of them. All 3 offer a little different. Horner's like a little power and speed. Arias is just getting on base a shit ton. Will Smith got that pop. I think he's going to bat about 280 this year, probably.
So who do you think? Who do you think? It's up to you, Blake. I'm good with any of them.
My gut's telling me Horner. My gut's telling me Horner.
All right. I like it because I would never look his way, but like, yeah, that's a great pick. He's been very undervalued so far this season. Also, apparently, Cody Bellinger is heating up for the Cubs, so maybe Chicago could be a team to watch.
Yes, he is. Yeah, he's on a 12-game hit streak. I think as of today, he just went 4 for 4 with. I turned on the game literally as he hit the home run today, which is wild. Another guy with a very sweet home run swing. I love to see him back and doing well. I know he struggled mightily before this little 12-game hitting streak on, so still not sure which version of him is real. He might just be more of like a Jack Sawinski, very hot and cold, like very hot for stretches and then very cold for stretches, and you just got to kind of ride it out as you go. I know Bellinger is much older than Jack Sawinski. That was just the first comp that came to mind. But
what do you think of Jack
we got
Sawinski
here?
right now? We discussed him a few times. I took him in my draft earlier, thinking he could be one of these guys that just continues going and hits 35 home runs.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he breaks the 30 home run number. It's just going to be a matter of can he calm those really cold streaks down, because I mean, he'll go cold for 4 or 5 weeks at a time and it makes him unrosterable in leagues. But I think he had a pretty good June, didn't he? If I remember correctly, in June he was.
He's been hot recently.
Shout out Fangrass again. You always let me down. June he hit 185, which sucked, but in July he's been killing it. 5 games in July, he's already got a double and 3 dingers with 8 RBI. So this could be back to the March, April Sawinski that we got. That was hot. That got that 97 overall MLB The Show monthly rewards card, which we love to see.
All right, we are up. We got
Speaking
Woodruff
of MLB The Show,
still.
real quick. Oh, we're on the clock.
We're on the clock. We got Will Smith still there. I don't know if
I think we need a pitcher. I think we need another pitcher
here. All right, Woodruff or Christian Javier?
Woodruff.
All right, I'm in. I love it. There we got Burns and Woodruff. We're big Brewers fans now.
I like that. Yeah.
Brewers fans and Reds fans.
Unintentionally intentional. All right, so outfield. Which outfield we got available right now?
Yeah, outfield. This is where it gets tough. You got Seiya Suzuki, Austin Hayes, Gurriel, Ward, Stanton, Jordan Walker, Bellinger, Fraley.
I love Jordan Walker right there. He has been on absolute fire lately. Austin Hayes has been playing really
Austin
well.
Hayes,
this year
all-star.
He's an all-star. Hayes, yeah, did not expect that at all.
Yeah, so that was our 10th pick. That was the halfway mark of the draft. We have 3 outfielders, 3 infielders, and 4 pitchers now. I feel like that's a pretty good.
Let's run down the list real quick. Who we got?
Pretty good pace. You want to just go through? We'll go through the draft order here. Let me bring that back up.
Yeah.
We got Strider, Douglas Garcia, Zach Gallen, Nick Castellanos, Corbin Burns, Jonathan India, Teoscar Hernandez, Spencer Steer, Nico Horner, Brendan Woodruff, and now we're up in 7 more picks.
I love it so far. We got all of our speed guys have a little pop, which I think is important. And then we have a couple big boppers like Teoscar, who are literally just they're just there for the home run ability. And Nick Castellanos, although I think Castellanos' power has been down a tiny bit. He's having a killer year this year, but I don't think he's lighting the home run world on fire, but he can.
He's getting doubles. He's getting runs. He's getting
heat up out there in Philly.
Yeah.
We take those, especially in best ball. We take those with all points. All-star Nick Castellanos. Also, shout out Nick Castellanos' wife for retweeting our clip on Twitter from like before the season even started.
Yeah, so we probably look outfield here. I don't know if we want to. Is it Hayes?
Let's see the picks, the best available picks.
Ward, Stanton, Walker. It's there. We're on the clock. 25 seconds.
I mean, I like Jordan Walker because he's been on absolute fire, and I loved him coming into the year. But if you're feeling Hayes or somebody else, I understand.
Hayes just got taken, so I think Walker might be worth a gamble here as the 4th guy. See if he can, be the guy we thought he was going to be in the second half. I'm down. I'm in.
I like it. We were high on him before. I know he got sent down because the power that the Cardinals hoped he would have wasn't there to start the year. Although when they sent him down, I think he was still hitting like 270. So it's kind of weird that they sent him down. But since he got called back up, he has been on fire. I'm trying to freaking pull it up right now.
He is 28 for 95, which is hitting 295 with 5 home runs, which would be 30 home runs in a full season. So, yeah, he's good. And, if the Cardinals are just completely out of contention, put him at third base, bat him third, let him see what he can do.
Yeah, because, I mean, the kid's good. He has all the talent in the world. I said he was going to be like a J-Rod-esque type player without the speed, just a double-A guy kind of making his unexpected debut at the start of the year. The Cardinals derailed that a little bit by sending him down, but he's back. He hit like 338 in June, which is pretty damn impressive for a young kid. I think he's 21 or something like that, or 22, 20. Very young. And yeah, I think I mean, it's science. When it heats up outside, baseballs fly farther, and we are getting into the point of the year where it's just hot for everybody, pretty much. I know, like here in Washington right now, it's like flirt with 100 degrees every day, which I'm over it. I don't live in Washington for it
What
to
do we
be
think
100
about
degrees.
Jake Fraley? Can Jake Fraley keep it up? Would he be good to risk with Steer in India?
Former Mariners great. Man, that's a tough one. I'm so iffy on Jake Fraley, but he does have the power and speed.
I don't like Jake Fraley.
I think he's overperforming. Brian De La Cruz. Oh, my boy Jared. I saw you.
I like Renfroe down here too.
I like Renfroe too.
That.
Good power there with Renfroe. Especially I don't know where he was hitting in the lineup before, but he's definitely their cleanup hitter now with everybody else out. So I like that pick.
I'll go Renfroe here. Let's get another outfielder, get another guy that can hit some home runs, get hot, carry us for a week or two. Don't mind that at all.
29 home runs last year, 31 home runs the year before. It's beautiful. We need another infielder now, I think.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, so we need another infielder next time. But like infield here, we got Andrew Vaughn. Don't love him, but he's been decent. Josh Naylor's been fine. Anthony Rizzo, Chris Morrell. We could stack with Horner there.
I actually don't hate that, and then we just hope that home run swing is legitimate for the rest of the year.
Yeah,
but he only weighs 145 pounds, which is wild. Can a dude that weighs 145 pounds, can he hit 30 home runs? Sounds like a weird question, but I'm really thinking about it because I weigh 200 pounds. I don't think I could hit that many.
Well, that's what's holding me back.
It is, man. And it's the gut. It gets in the way a little bit when I swing, and it zaps my power.
I bet. Yeah.
It's been a problem my whole life.
Let me see where Renfroe's batting rate. He's been batting 6th recently, so we'll see if he moves up.
Okay, so even then, it's not bad. Yeah, I like that. Brian Bayo right there. I like that's a solid pick for the second half. Reed Detmers has been hot, but do we think Reed Detmers is going to win very many games now that the whole Angels lineup is out? All of their actual good hitters.
So what I did on pitchers last few drafts, I've just been waiting and getting like a few of these late guys with high ceilings, like Scooble. He's not going to get a bunch of wins, but Alex Cobb, I like. Nestor Cortez is down here. He could come back.
Hey, Bryce Miller's down there too.
Bryce Miller, Alek Manoah's down here. If we think he could possibly, turn it around.
Shit, let me ask you, what do you think of Alek Manoah? He's supposed to start Friday's game. He's starting
tomorrow. Yeah. So
you taking a flyer?
I am not. I will be watching. I will be watching intently to see what he does. Who's he starting against? I'll look it up right now.
I would be lying if I said I knew off the top of my head.
At Detroit, so not too difficult. Oh. And we are on the clock. Got De La Cruz here, Rizzo, Hunter Green. He's out for too long. Morel, Pena. I don't mind the Morel
Rizzo's
stack.
Not a bad choice.
With Horner. I like Rizzo.
You know what? Let's do that. I like that. Right. Either one, Rizzo or Christopher Morel.
We'll go Morel with Horner and just hope. Just go to NL Central infield stack with India, Steer, and Horner and Morel.
I fucking love it. We need another Philly on the team. Who's a Philly, you think? Zach Wheeler? He's probably gone a long time ago.
He's we need a hitter Philly is what we need. Brandon Marsh is probably out there pretty late.
True. You know, Brandon Marsh has like a 45% strikeout rate against lefties right now.
It doesn't surprise me. He's being platooned a bit with Pache now. Alec Boehm is down here. He's a good.
Oh,
What do you think about Luke Raley?
okay.
He's someone I took a flyer on along with Sawinski in my last
Oh man,
draft.
he might be the person I've been asked about the most lately. Not even exaggerating. I like him. He still gets platooned every once in a while, so it hurts his playing time a little bit. But I personally, I don't think he's overperforming. He has a lot of batted ball metrics that point towards how he's doing at the plate being real. The batting average is not going to be great, but he's fast as fuck. And he has legitimate power. So he's one of those guys that when he gets into the ball, it's going to go a mile. And he's probably going to steal 25 bases this year. So he's a 20 home run, 25 stolen base guy for the season, which puts him at about 7 or 8 home runs for the back half of the season, I think. So yeah, I like him a lot. And he's somebody that nobody really has a good feel on just because he did kind of come out of nowhere. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that he's doing is legitimate. Just that even the batting average, as bad as it is, probably going to stay that way.
Yeah, I like Raley. I have him in my main league. We're on the clock here. I think we should go pitching. I got Erod, Montgomery, Taz Bradley, Mackenzie Gore, Ranger Suarez, Bailey Ober, Taijuan Walker, Kopech, Alex Cobb. Maybe I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling Erod. I think
you like
so
Erod?
Good. I like Erod a lot.
He had a bad start in his return, but we'll go with Erod. He has a high ceiling, I think, and that's
risk
what you
it for
need.
the biscuit.
Yeah,
gotta risk it for the biscuit.
All right. So we got Strider, Gallen, Burns, Woodruff, Erod as our pitchers. India, Steer, Horner, Morel are infielders, and then Garcia, Castellanos, Teoscar, Walker, and Renfroe as our outfielders. Pretty solid there.
I just want to point out, I said Luke Raley has a bad batting average. He's batting 270. He's coming back to earth. He's not going to have that good of a batting average at the end of the year. But yes, I agree. We got a solid team. I love our infield stack a lot, actually, with India, Steer for Cincinnati, and then Horner, Morel for Chicago. Morel has made... Like, I have to redo my second base rankings because I completely wrote him off because he came out, was super hot. Nobody knew what the fuck to do with him. And then he went just ice cold for the longest time, and it looked like kind of the season he put together last year. But he made some on-the-fly changes to his swing, and it has made a huge difference. Like, it making better contact. He's swinging at less pitches out of the zone, making more hard contact, and drives. So he's not going to hit 40 home runs in a season, but he made legitimate improvements, and he's back to, at least for me, being like he should be rostered in everybody's fantasy leagues at this point if he's not. He's that level good, and the Cubs are starting to heat up again. So when the Cubs are scoring runs, guys like Morel kind of feed off that. It's the vibes take that we've talked about previously, and Morel seems like a big vibes guy.
Yeah, I'm afraid a little bit, though, that we're putting too much in the Reds and Cubs. So I do want to get a few more infielders here. I'm kind of eyeing up Eugenio Suarez to stack with Teoscar.
I mean, I like it. Starting to heat up, especially out here in Washington. The ball's flying more. He did just hit that 2-run home run today, which is nice. Makes a big difference for him. And when he gets going, the ball goes a fucking mile. So
CJ Cron. What are your thoughts on him?
I've been keeping an eye on CJ Cron as well because he does have 30 home run power. Love Coors Field as much as I love Great American Ballpark for my fantasy players. He's very bad away from Coors, though, so it scares me a little bit just because his home and road splits are so drastic that I think that could hinder him a little bit. Spencer Torkelson is one too. Torkelson he's been very hot lately. I think he just hit 2 home runs the other day, which is big for him.
He's been good though.
And I think he had a good June overall. Just the batting average isn't that great, but in best ball, you don't really have to worry about batting average. It doesn't make that big of a difference.
Hit ball far is what you want.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. See, since June 27th, Torkelson is batting. Oh my God. Ugh. Okay. He's batting 296 with 4 home runs, a double, and a triple in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In 7 games, he's got 4 home runs, a double, and a triple. The power was always there. He had 70 grade power. So
we are up. Suarez is there. Salvador Perez is a
love it.
decent option, I think, too. But I'm going Suarez to stack with Teoscar there.
Yeah, I like the upside there with Suarez. He's kind of getting overlooked a little bit. Still a 30 home run potential guy. He's only got 9 so far this year, so I highly doubt he gets to 30. But if he gets into 21 home runs in the second half of the season, you better watch out because the Mariners are about to do something if that happens.
Yeah. All right, we have 5 picks left. We have 5 of everything right now, so we can fill out whatever we want.
Let's kind of do whatever. What do we got for available pitchers? Who's up there?
Bailey Ober, Walker, Kopech, Alex Cobb, Cy Gray, Andrew Heaney, Bryce Miller. I don't know about Bryce Miller because right here it says won't pitch for a while, and then it could just take it slow with him.
Yeah.
Has Heaney been that bad?
Do. Yeah. I didn't like him coming into the year either. He was one of the guys that wasn't good, and he got like the Dodgers treatment and was really good.
Oh, right. Yes,
Grayson Rodriguez is down there a little bit. Like he got the Dodgers pitching coaches treatment and became really good, and then signed elsewhere, and all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, never mind. He just actually wasn't a very good pitcher. Kopech's the tricky one, although he gives up a lot of runs. Like the strikeouts are cool, but
I wanted Taiwan Walker.
He's got too many runs for me.
Yeah, I like Cobb.
I don't hate Bailey Ober.
I don't either.
Yeah, I like Cobb.
He's just a solid pitcher.
I think we could use a couple of those. Just a couple solid guys. We have the top, like the super high end guys.
Yeah, I wonder if we could wait on pitching though to get like one of these. Just get later guys with high potential. What do we have best available?
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, O'Neal Cruz, he's not gonna be back till August, so that's tough to take in a best ball right now. Lars, there's rumors of Lars Nootbaar getting traded to Seattle. Which I think
10 seconds. Jock Peterson, Nolan Jones, Jake McCarthy.
Nolan Jones.
I like it. He's got
when in doubt,
boomer bust right there.
Yeah. When in doubt, go Coors Field.
Yeah, he's our 6th outfielder too, so he shouldn't be. I mean, if he needs to go off to get in the lineup.
And it takes our best 3 outfielders, right?
Yeah, 3 outfielders. So
okay,
got some coverage.
Is that each day or is that just overall? Oh, that's overall. I'm figuring that out.
Yeah, it takes the top for the week.
Okay,
I believe so.
Do you know how our best balls from before the season did or are doing?
I was looking. We have one. I'm not sure if I can look at it now because I have this up, but I will look at it after and we can talk about it possibly next show. I think it's near the top, but not quite like advancing. You have to be like top 3 out of 12, I think, and we're 4th last I checked.
Okay. I'm cool with that. That's not bad. What do we got here?
Not bad at all.
So I'm thinking because we just took, who the fuck did we just take?
Nolan Jones.
Good podcast. Oh, that's right. Nolan Jones, rookie for Colorado.
Oh, should we take Luke Raley?
I think we should. I mean, we should
have taken Luke Raley instead of Nolan Jones. What we should have done.
There's the power speed. Let him come back to us. We got 7 picks. Luke Raley could still be there.
He should come back.
Sits a couple days, but whatever. It's all good. I think we've also reached the part of the draft where you can start to like scroll down at all these positions and pick our favorites. Joey Meneses way down there. I like that. Mickey Moniak. Mickey Moniak is going to get a huge value boost with Trout being out because Mickey Moniak is now the starting center fielder for the last.
Was he getting platooned before?
He's hitting 300 on the year. Yeah, he was getting platooned. Duran is getting platooned, but he's like leading baseball in doubles.
Let's see.
Almost 30 doubles, which is nuts.
Yeah. What do you think about Nolan Gorman?
I'm not a big fan. I was talking to Mariners Twitter about him earlier. He's hitting like 150 since May 22nd.
Alec Boehm. Do we hit Alec Boehm?
I like Alec Boehm. I mean, you're the
we compare him with Castellanos.
Yeah.
not a bad option.
Joey Votto's down there too.
Stott has more points than Bohm. Wow,
Did he really?
He had that huge hitting streak where he was scoring a lot too.
Oh, that's right.
Bohm is gone.
That's right.
So,
do you like Stott? Do you want to pair him with Castellanos?
I like Stott. I don't want to take him quite yet. I'd maybe take him next round. I like Jimenez too. I'm going Rayleigh. You like Rayleigh?
Still yeah. Yep, I love it.
That's
that power speed combo.
Yeah,
right there.
that should round out the outfield. Adolis, Castellanos, Teoscar, Walker, Renfroe, Nolan Jones, and Luke Rayleigh. 3 of them should be able to hit.
There's so much upside there.
Yeah.
Now, what are we thinking? Starting pitcher, or I think
5.
we end on a pitcher.
I think we end on probably take 2 infielders and two pitchers.
Yeah.
Whereas there's 3 picks left. So
okay,
infielder, pitcher, and see what we need. Let me just scroll down and see.
Do you think Joey Votto stays out the rest of the year? Oh yeah, who else we got here? Rowdy, struggling this year. Cabrera's playing really well.
He's
Wilson Contreras
back, right? Yeah, he came back. Wilson Contreras I did look at before. He's fine.
He's played well lately. Ryan Noda, surprisingly very good this year. Yanni Diaz, but I don't know how long Yanni Diaz is going to play for. Francisco Alvarez is kind of the same.
I think I want to find someone to pair is what I want to do.
Pair Joey Votto with the rest. Like a Ranger.
Oh, like a Ranger, yeah, or a Cardinal, but I don't know.
Is there a good Ranger or Cardinals infielder available? Or anywhere? I don't think so either.
No, we might just have to go with Stott to pair with to stack with Castellanos.
I'm down. Let's do it.
Which is fine.
We'll get that.
I like Brandon
hometown pick in there.
Brendan Lowe too to pair with Rayleigh, to stack with Rayleigh possibly. He's also somebody I just hit a home run. I think he did. Yes, he did. I also considered dropping him. He had that one good year a few years ago, and then just hasn't been the same since.
Yep. But shit, he hit 7 home runs in like March, April to start the year. He started out hot.
Yeah.
Not still available. Ooh, Tommy Pham. We don't need an outfielder though. I gotta stop.
Good.
Infielder and pitching.
All right, we're going with Bryson Stott, hoping he can get some.
Oh, I didn't realize he had the speed there. 15 stolen bases. I didn't realize that. I like that out of Bryson Stott a lot, actually. Do you think we go 2 pitchers now with how crazy pitching has been, and the fact we got 2 Milwaukee Brewers pitchers?
Let me see other. Yeah, I don't like really any other. I think there's more high upside pitchers. Like I like Nestor.
Yeah.
I don't mind Manoah.
And Grayson Rodriguez. I'm still in on Grayson Rodriguez.
I got to look up his minor league stats.
He just had an absurd start the other day. His CSW was like 49 point something %, which would have been, it's called strikes plus whiffs. It would have been the best in the major leagues this season, or of all time, I think. Of all time?
Yeah, 6 I don't 6 innings, 3 hits, 12 strikeouts, no walks last time out against Durham.
Like 27 swing strikes.
He might be back. He might be back.
It's just
I
don't hate it. That's a high upside pick.
Yeah.
I do like Nestor though. I like Nestor above all of those. So like he would be my first pick.
Mm-hmm. I kind of like Grayson Rodriguez over Manoah too.
Yeah, same. I'd go Nestor, G-Rod, Manoah.
Yeah. G-Rod just got taken. Oh well. All right. So much for that. Maybe but yeah, if he's available in your league, go pick him up. He's been figuring it out.
Yeah, he's a great pick up moving forward. Tristan McKenzie's up there, but I think Tristan McKenzie might get shut down for the year. There's a rumor he might have to have surgery, so it's an iffy one.
We'll go Nestor if he's there in 4 picks.
Yeah, I think that is a great pick because the upside for Nestor there is very high. He was so dominant last year. There's no way he just lost all of that like Alek Manoah. I still don't know what's up with Alek Manoah because his one start at the Florida Complex League was so bad. And then his one start at AA, he struck out 10 over 5 innings. And then they were like, oh, cool, you can come back and pitch.
The thing is, like in that complex league, sometimes the pitchers are just like working on one pitch and they only throw their fastball or only throw their curveball or only throw to like a certain side of the plate. From what I read, like I don't know that firsthand, but like, yeah, that which makes sense. But like I would think that would come out along with his line.
Yeah.
Nestor is still there.
Line.
We'll take Nestor
Nasty
there.
Nestor. Put that mustache on the team.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the mustache factor.
We bookended the mustaches at the pitching position.
Does that mean we have to take Bryce Miller for his mustache?
Oh, my God. I think it does. I think. Oh, he has a crazy mustache. Not really. It looks like a teenager. Like a 17-year-old grew his first mustache. Is there anybody down farther than that?
I'm scrolling here. Chris
Sale? Felix Bautista?
No. Felix Bautista. I don't think closers are worth it.
I don't think so either.
No,
if there was one that was worth it, it would be him. Nick Lodolo, Martin Perez, Sandoval, Gonsolin. Gonsolin's been okay this year. Garrett Whitlock. Walker Buehler. Is Walker Buehler coming back?
I don't think so. Let's see. Early September.
Okay, yeah. So not really the second half best ball relevant. But he's now on my radar for picking him up in a keeper league or something. So who we liking here?
I don't know. Do you like any of these infielders here?
Man, Michael Garcia, Brian Hayes, Orlando Arcia, Ahmad Rosario, Wilson Contreras, Tristan Casas, Jake Berger, Joey Gallo. If he stays healthy, that's a lot of home runs.
That's
Ryan Noda. Ryan Noda's been really good this year, flying under the radar. Out the stomach bug. Fuck that. Man, not really.
Yeah, no one really pops out down there.
Yeah. Big dumper. He's always popping out. That felt necessary.
Yeah, we'll pick one of these pitchers.
Yeah, I mean, Dane Dunning has been pretty good this year.
When's Kyle Wright coming back?
I don't know. He wasn't even that good when he was up, though, so I don't know if I trust him. It's just a hard part. He won 21 games last year, and then hurt. The thing is, it was his shoulder that he hurt, and I hate a shoulder injury for a pitcher. Brady, Dane Dunning, he doesn't really strike anybody out, though. But the quality starts. I mean, he's got 8 wins, 6 quality starts.
Yeah,
can't hate on that.
His ERA is 2.6.
Yeah, 55 Ks in 86 innings.
And he should get some wins too. Texas is pretty good. Texas is.
Yeah, I like that.
For real.
That's like a high floor pick, not really a high ceiling pick, but that's just a real safe bet moving forward. Which we need a couple of those. I like that a lot.
Solid. Last 2 picks were Nestor and him. Kind of pair them together. You get a high enough ceiling and a high enough floor.
Hey, look at us. It's like we know what we're doing. That was our last pick, correct?
That was our last pick. That is our team. I'll show the draft board again here.
Does it show what everybody's projected points are?
It might. Where was
at
that?
the end, maybe. When you went to your lineup,
it's still drafting here. Oh, projected, yes. Yeah, it does.
Right. We're projected 526. Oh, well, he's projected 9,200, 9,300, 8,100. We're better than that.
I got to see who we have that they're projecting. Projections are off, though. But
there's probably
we're at 8.5. Okay, we're at 8.5.
Yeah, which is not bad. I'll take 8.5.
Yeah.
Oh, that dude's projected almost 10,000. But when I see, I don't know, when I see somebody that's projected at like 10,000 points, they had to have drafted some people that are way overachieving
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really take the projections into account when I'm doing these best ball drafts, which I think a lot of people do. Like if you get to the end and your team's projected 10,000 points, it means you just drafted based off the projections and you likely probably didn't do a ton of research coming into it. No knock on you if that's what you did. Maybe it pays off for you. It's totally fine, but it means you just drafted a ton of guys that are performing at a very high level, and a lot of those guys are likely to kind of come back to earth in the second half. So it's a risky move, but it's not a terrible move. I love ours. Like Brandon Woodruff, I guarantee he's not projected for a ton of points in the second half. And we took him, and he has like top 15 pitcher upside in the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin Burns as well, if his projections are based off of how he's done so far, probably on the lower end, but he's also Corbin Burns, who was a top like 2 pitcher in baseball and fantasy baseball for the last 3 years before this. So I don't know. I love our team. Our pitching
Yeah.
is probably the best there is. Strider, Gallen, Burns, Woodruff, Erod,
Yeah.
Cortez, and that mustache, Dane Dunning.
Mm-hmm.
Love that as well. Jonathan India, Spencer Steer, Nico Horner, Christopher Morel, Eugenio Good Vibes, Only Suarez, and Bryson Stott in the infield. A lot of upside there. Our outfield is so sweet with Adolis Garcia, Nick Castellanos, Teoscar Hernandez, Jordan Walker, Hunter Renfroe, Nolan Jones, and Luke Raley with that power speed combo there at the end. This is a pretty damn good team. Like, I think we have a legitimate chance of finishing in the money with this one, which I hate to just jinx it and put that on us like that.
The upside is there, but like you also have to look through it. Like, okay, Luke Raley could fall off, Nolan Jones could go cold, Renfroe could get hurt, Walker cools off again. Like the
that's very
Cubs
true.
just stop being good, and Horner and Morel suck. Like it's. I think it's high upside, but that's what you should do in basketball. You go for the
Yeah,
high upside. You go for the you don't want the safe play. You want a few safe plays, but go big or go home in basketball.
exactly. But with that, our draft is complete. I appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with us for this hour-long special. If you compare it to our last episode, there's a half an hour. This is like a 2-for-1 right here, people. We don't do those a lot, so take advantage while you get them. Make sure you check out our written work over at fakebaseball.substack.com. We do have some contests coming up, especially a second half contest. That is for subscribers of the Substack only. So make sure you go check that out. You can subscribe for free. And then you can check out us on all of our other socials on Twitter at Fake Baseball, on YouTube and Twitch at Fake Baseball Money. And you can check me on Twitter at Balake, BUHHLOCKAYE.
And you can follow me on Twitter at rgilbertssop.
And we'll catch you guys next time.
See ya.